Hey everybody. Give everybody a couple minutes to come in while I set up my trash bag for a Temu haul. Give everybody a minute to shuffle in. Because I know everybody's probably at church or with family, but I gotta do a Temu haul because there's no way I can haul all this back. I've got to know what's mine and what's not. So we're going to go through everything and figure out what's mine and what's not. I love this shirt that wants to dip down too low. Okay. So if you've never been to this channel before, hi, I'm Liz. My name's Hillbilly Heart. And I normally do like Appalachia-centered or community-centered videos or just talks about what's going on in the world. But today we're going to do another Temu haul because my mail has been accruing while I have been sick and staying with my parents. And I came up here to get my mail. And while I was here, my dog got sprayed by a skunk. So we're stuck here till my dog doesn't spray it. It doesn't smell like a skunk. So howdy, everybody. I'm hanging around. We'll go through everything I got from Temu with my own money. And we'll talk about all the different, I've got a lot of variety in this haul. It's like weird stuff that like nobody hauls. And I'm opening all the drawers on the dresser to help me. So howdy, everybody. I see people popping in now. Tell me hi so I know you're here. Hi, Priscilla. You hanging around? I'm hanging around too. I just saw your text message. Made me sad. I would like to go through this Temu stuff because I came up here just to get mail. I'm in my new room where I stay when I'm up here. And I came up here to get my mail and stuff because it had been accruing because I'd been down the mountain so long. And I came up and Oscar got sprayed by a skunk. So we've been doing the skunk removal washes every morning, which is working really good, but he still kind of smells a little off. So we're still working on getting Oscar smelling better. I've got blood work tomorrow. And so then I'll be back down the hill. But I was like, well, because Dad won't let Oscar in the house if it smells like a skunk. So we've been trying to get him cleaned. So I know. He ran after it. He thought it was a pud. And I was like, we don't chase the striped puds. And he came back to the porch like, what just happened? And I was like, that was a skunk. And he was like, and I had to shut the door on him and call him around to the back porch. So he got an impromptu first night out of his life on the screened-in back porch. I mean, he was safe. But he was like, well, I'm outside. And he didn't understand it. And he still is kind of wondering how the pud did that. So aren't you? Are you still having? Yeah, come here. You can tell everybody. Come here. He still is. He doesn't smell bad. He just doesn't smell like a dog yet. Come here. Come here. Don't jump on me. You want to tell everybody about the pud that got you? No, don't grab me. He's like, I don't trust anybody, man. I don't trust anybody anymore, man. He's like, that pud. He did something to me. Yeah, I know. He did something to you, didn't he? So I don't know what it was, man, but I can't figure it out, man. We had to change his collar out and everything because he stunk so bad. And he's like, I don't know what happened, man, but that wasn't supposed to happen, man. How do cats do that, man? They're not supposed to be able to do that. So he's still getting more skunk baths. He doesn't smell bad. He just doesn't smell quite like himself yet. He smells mostly like a skunk removal shampoo. Not bad, but it's just not nice. Yeah, originally, my mother's womb. Go on, Oscar. Out. Your nails make too much noise. Go. Don't turn around and ask me if I meant you. Go. I meant it. Go. Vominos. Scoop. Go. He was hanging on for a treat right there. He was hanging on. Hey, how you doing, Synergy? We got Synergy in the room. Now, I've not been on in a while because I have been handling a lot of medical crap. And so we've gone farther back in my history of my blood work. And turns out my thyroid has hated me for about 20 years. Who'd have thunk it? So I guess I got lucky because we should have caught it a long time ago, but where the doctors only take blood work about twice a year normally if you're healthy. Well, everything else for the last 15 years they've been blaming on my disorder, my neuromuscular disorder. And thank the stars that I got this new doctor, and she went back and was like, oh no, honey. She's like, oh no, honey, this has been going on for a while. Because I was like, is this the Monjaro? Because I researched the two and I picked Monjaro because of its safety. And I was like, is this the Monjaro? Because it should not be doing this at this state in the game. And she's like, oh no. And she said, no. She said, this has been going on. She knew up to like 14 or 15 years then. And now we know up to 20 years. My thyroid has had dips and bad issues for a long time. And then I find out after doing some family research that actually I was the only one not on thyroid medicine in my family until a couple weeks ago. And I didn't know that we had such a thyroid issue in the family. I had no clue. I didn't know. It's just not something that they rarely talked about, and it wasn't like a big issue, so nobody spoke about it. And so thank goodness we figured that out. So I go in to see the specialist July the 8th, and he's going to schedule me for a biopsy. And then I'll go back for the biopsy, and then we'll determine what needs to happen after we find out what's going on in here. It looks like, honestly, it looks like an H2O molecule. It looks like Mickey Mouse in my daggum throat over here. So it's on the right to median right here. And you can't tell. You can't tell because he's hidden behind. Sneaky little booger. So he's hidden behind. So I'm married. Leave me alone. Honey, if I'm eye candy, you need to go back to the eye doctor and get some new glasses. So anyway, so now I've got to go through a biopsy, and I've got to go through all this other crap. And so I've been staying because I've been so sick, and my thyroid makes me so weak. I've been at Mom and Dad since early April, and I feel better down there because there's always somebody for me to yell help to, because there's always somebody home. But this weekend I came up to get my mail. I was just going to do a drive-by, get my mail, and Oscar decided to run after a skunk. So we've been here trying to get Oscar to not smell like a skunk. And so I've got blood work in the morning. I was like, I'll just stay one more day and try to wash him again. We've been using the skunk removal stuff. It's really good. But, I mean, he got a point-blank shot to the head. It was just horrible. He stunk so bad. Oscar picked the fight. He thought it was a pud-pud, and it was not a pud-pud. And I said, we never chased the striped pud-puds, ever. And he just never, he's an indoor dog. He thinks he's a farm dog since we've been down on the farm, but he's like, I'm a farm dog. Well, he came back to the porch the other night going, I don't know what that was. Help me. And I was just dying laughing. It was not funny, but it was to me. And so we've been stuck here watching him for 2 days. So I don't have any artwork on the wall. Sorry. I need to put some more up there. I've got a bunch of stuff started. I've got a bunch of willow drying. I've got some stuff to mail out tomorrow. I'm catching one of my mods tomorrow to send stuff to her, Denise. And then I'll circle down through my mods sending stuff. The next one will be Savannah. And I probably will see Gypsy probably before I mail anything. But I'll get through everybody. So if I yell at you going, hey, where do you want me to send this? You know what I'm doing. I'm sending my packets out to my mods. So don't freak out. I always take care of my mods, and I send them stuff when I make it. So I've made some stuff. Now I'm going to be sending it out. Savannah's got a bigger package than most because I overstuff. Okay, we're going to get into a Temu haul. Oscar's pathetic. Bless his little heart. He's in the room somewhere. Where are you at? Get out. He's under the bed. Get out from under the bed. Hello. Come here. I'm sending all my mod stuff. You can help me corral all the boogers. So I've got stuff made. I've got about half of everything made. So I'm going through as I cycle. But it gives me something to do on days I don't feel good. It keeps me going. So I'm making my mods packets. Look at this. I don't know what you people call them, but around here we call them pionies, but they're peonies, pennies. I got this one, and I got this one bloom. I just wanted to see the colors on it, and I am so tickled because I thought, well, I don't want to spend any more money on them until I know if they're really as big as they say. They're really as big as they say they are. They're that big. It's huge. This is big in my space. It's huge. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. This is going to go into one of my fall wreaths that I'm going to make. So I am tickled with this flower. I mean, I know that a lot of people say that the Temu flowers are smaller, but honestly, for the realness and just the colors and the UV, they last forever in the sun. I won't buy flowers anywhere else anymore. I love the Temu flowers. Yeah, I know I have to buy another extra bunch or two, but it's still way cheaper than all the other stores. Look at this flower. It's huge. Isn't it gorgeous? And I ordered some hydrangeas too. So we're going to see what the hydrangeas look like. I think they might be in here. Guys, don't come in here and be boogers. Be nice, okay? Priscilla, do you know how to do it to subs only can chat? I don't know how to do that. I can't figure it out. But the mods, somehow a mod can do subs only can chat. That way it's easier to block the boogers. I don't know what people come here to be made. Okay, now here is one of the smaller bunches that was cheaper, but it's still, look at the layers in there, y'all. And they've got all these extra leaves. They've got these curlicues, these little leaves, big leaves. It looks like a real plant. And once you fruit them for a little bit, I mean, look at this. They have all these extra leaves in there. And so I get probably twice the bang for my buck with these flowers than I do buying them anywhere else. I've had more luck with these flowers than anywhere else. So I'm tickled with the flowers. A lot of people say they don't like too many flowers. I love them. I love them. Oh dear, when they say madame, I wonder if it's madame or my damn. So, scares me. These is one of the eucalyptus vines, and y'all, I don't get these to use them as garlands or anything. I get them to disassemble them because I like to disassemble things. I really don't. Look at this. I'm a woodland nymph. I love these things. I look like I go in Freddie Mercury's Fairy Feller's Masterstroke. I can sing that song, but I won't. Look at all the different leaves you get, and the different. Look at how dainty these little flowers are. I mean, I disassemble these, and I put these in everything I make. So, mods, if you get something that's floral, it's going to have some of this in it. Just wait. I love them, and it's thick the whole way through, like me. So I love these. They're garlands. It literally will take me 3 months to use all of this because it's that thick. I love like the little flowers they have hidden in there with the little buds they have hidden in there. You find stuff every time you go in with the scissors to take a little bit, you find something new. So this is kind of a eucalyptus mix. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I really love that. That's the second time I bought that garland. I love it. Obviously, y'all know, down on the farm now, it's hot here. I mean, I used to like good air conditioning. Now I'm in the end of this house. And I'm like, it's hot. I've gotten used to really good air conditioning. So, but I've been sprucing up Mama's yard. Mama may think it's tacky, but I like to put solar lights everywhere. If y'all have met me, hello, I'm the solar light queen. So I have taken all my solar lights with me down there. Well, I've left the ones that I have put up, but I've taken all my new ones down there and put them up. Mom could land a plane in her yard now. It still didn't scare the bears off, though. The bears just walk on down the road like they own the place. I don't know. Hi, Braden. I remember you. I remember you, Braden. Really? Well, it's the house is cool, but it's like warm. This is the warmest end of the house. And it's because it's so removed from everything. It's just an odd room. And so I've been like, I'm getting spoiled being down there on the farm. So my little skunk retreat is not going as well. Now this has been smashed for a while, so I'm gonna have to straighten it out. But this is the sunflower whirligig. This is a vinyl one. And you have to put them together. Assembly is required. It's not that bad. And goes through the back. So you put the thing through the back here, and then you hook the front of the flower on here. Now I'll have to bend these under a book to get them straight again, because they've been up here waiting on me for a couple weeks. I'm sorry, y'all. My team has taken a back seat to my health. And then you have these two sticks that you hook together. I've got one of the cloth ones out there twirling, but I'm going to take this with the Mom's. And the air moves it really quickly. And it's got reinforcements on the petals back here, so it's not going to break easily. And it's strong. Listen, it's strong. So when I get it straightened out, it'll be really pretty. So I'll enter the book and straighten it out tonight before I head home, and then I'll put it in the seat beside me so it won't get bent again. Oh, goodness. So I'm tickled with that because the one I put out earlier this spring before all this crap started, it's still going. So I'm happy with it. She needs to put her glasses on. I'm sunflower. I need to, honestly, I don't think my glasses are working more. Oh, I got two of the smaller ones. Look at how the colors bleed through in the back. It's just so nice how they paint them. I just did tickle with their flowers. I love their flowers. But I've got a weird pot of stuff here, so just hang on. Oh, you're welcome for the reminder. Okay, I'm going to try their sandals. Now, I have Chacos, but I only have one pair of Chacos because they're expensive. And I bought those secondhand, and they were still expensive. So I thought I'm going to try these because I've had a couple of girlfriends buy them, and they've really been tickled with how they wear. Now, I don't know how they're going to wear, but I'm going to try it. So I got the purpley ones because I'm more of a darker color person. I'm not like I'm not going to come at you wearing a lot of yellow. I will. If I have a good day, I might, but mostly I'm plum and black and mauve and burnt sienna and stuff like that. But I'm going to try these. I'll get back on you with how comfortable they are and how they wear compared to my Chacos. I love my Chacos. So we'll try these and we'll see what they feel like. They were super inexpensive. I think I got like maybe $8, 7 something for these. They weren't that bad. I got them on a spin, but it wasn't a whole lot off of them. So I'm still going to try them out for y'all. They look good. The sole feels good. I don't think I'd want to get my feet wet in these. I don't think they would have the stability I need. But I ain't going to be running through rain showers or puddles anytime soon. So I think I'll be okay. But like if you get caught in the parking lot in a storm, I think these would be slick. But I'll let you know. It just appears that way to me. But this feels really strong. So I'm tickled with that. I'll put them on my big old fat feet and I'll wear them for a while, and I'll get back with you and tell you how they wear. Now, the black and white tennis shoes I got from Temu, I love them. I wish I could clone them. I wish I could have every color, but they cost too much to do every color in. But I love them. They're the most comfortable little sneakers. They go with dresses. They go with sundresses. They go with shorts. They go with everything. And I wore them to where I about wore them out. I mean, I wore them almost every day. And I love them. The skirt with the shorts underneath, freaking love it. That black and white skirt I got is one of my favorites. I've gotten a lot of nice clothes for literally $3 and $4 on Temu. And I mean, they're really nice clothes. Apparently I got 3 of these. Hey, listen, when I shop at 2 a.m., whatever I think I need is what I get. I've got a lot of crafting to do, but apparently I thought I needed all of those. Okay, now this is something that is very specific that you have to look for. ASMR, hang on. Oscar, you smell like your kibble. Did you just go eat? Okay. His kibble stinks. Okay. These are UV resistant flowers. And they look like little bluebells. Look at this. They look like little lilies or little bluebells. They are gorgeous. And the little things of grass they have, they're so gorgeous. So you know me, I got one of every color because I have to test everything out. Now, I have gotten the other kinds of these that have just regular little flower heads on them. But I have found these little, and I love them. They're like little trumpet vines almost. So I'm going to try. And the good thing is if you have only 4 heads came off in transit, so I'll put them back on. I like this because, you know, when you bring stuff home from Walmart, you can't always find where it fell off or where it went. But when you see it in the bag, you know you're missing one somewhere, so you can take a moment and look. But honestly, I can't tell where it's missing one. Huh? I mean, they all look full. Maybe it was extra. That's a leaf. Oh, there's one. There's one. I found one. Hang on. And they just pop back on. They were right there in the middle together. They literally just pop back on, and they stay. Now, if you want to, you can put a little drop of glue on them. But I have found that once you put them back on, they stay pretty much. So I'm not really worried about it. I mean, but all the way from China, 3 petals came off. Hello. I mean, you can't beat that with a stick. If I come home from Walmart, I lose half the flower before I get home from Walmart. It's really kind of irritating because you spend a lot of money on Walmart flowers. So I am rather a Temu flower person. I've got a purple one. See, when you have trouble finding where they fall off, you know the flower is full. There's one. David's on the phone to somebody up there, if you can hear him. Where'd it go? You're telling me you lost one, but where is it? I don't even see a twig that's lost one. Maybe it was extra. We'll look later. Look at how pretty. These will not fade. Like, it takes over a year for these to start showing anywhere from the sun. So if you want to do funeral, graveside arrangements, or a wreath that you want to use year after year, buy the UV resistant ones from Temu. And so far, I've seen no fading in the ones I've put out. And I put some on Granny and Papa's grave, and I put some on some wreaths that I've made. I've not seen any fading yet, so I'm happy with them. And I think they're very cute and very lifelike. Now, these are what I call filler flowers, and I cannot keep up with the chat. Y'all are enjoying having Sabrina in here. Sabrina, watch the mail. You got something coming in about 10 days. This is what I call a filler flower. And it's just what I put in places that I need a filler flower, not a big flower, but a small filler flower. Nothing fell off in transit from this one. And these are just really cute, small filler flowers. They're just, if you got a blank spot in something you're making, you can put a filler flower. And those are super cheap. They're like $1. I mean, you can't get that at Walmart. A pick at Walmart is 97 cents. But you're lucky now if you can get a pick for $1.97. They say they're 97 cents, but the ones that are 97 cents don't have anything on them. It's really irritating. Okay, and I got all white. I have noticed that a lot of women are using all white flowers this year. So I got some all white, I call them filler flowers again. These are just little filler flowers. But again, they come with all this different foliage and stuff. I just love it. I get a whole lot more to use in a Temu flower head than I do in a Walmart flower head. I just gotta be honest. Valerie, we got a whole room full. Howdy, everybody. I would love to be emo grandma. Well, I am a grandma. I have 3 grandkids, yeah, but I'm only 46. Am I like that old? I don't know. I guess I am. Actually, I had to cut my hair because where my thyroid was getting so bad, my hair was like down to here. And it was turning dry and brittle and like breaking. And when I have this biopsy and surgery, I can't have anything that may get in the wound. And at the rate I was going with my hair that was falling out of my head, it was going to get something in the wound. So I went and had the woman cut all the dead off my hair. And then I said, just, honey, roll a mullet. So that's what we did. And I rather like it, I'm just going to say. I think it's cute. I think I'm doing pretty good for a mullet. Filler flowers. I got 2 of them. I hardly ever buy just one of something unless I've not bought it before and I want to test it. Okay, oddly enough, Temu has really good pool stuff. Now, I would have thought that it would not be as nice as Walmart, but this is one of those nets that gives you just a little bit of resistance. It catches leaves and stuff. I can't tell the difference in the one I got from Walmart and the one I got from Temu. I can't tell the difference. Even on these, I can't tell the difference. So I bought another one. But I got one of the flat ones, and then I wanted one that had a little bit, so if I get leaves or something in there or debris after a storm, I have a little bit of give. I can't tell the difference, but this one's way cheaper. The only thing I can tell is this one's way cheaper. So I got another one because, Lord have mercy, the pool. When you're not up here to clean it, it's a mess. So I got to do all that. And it took me, it's looking really good today, but it took me 2 days, so. Okay, this is a lipstick. It's a smooth gloss. This is that juicy, July Star Juicy, I think, smooth gloss. I don't know. We'll try it and see if my lips fall off my head. But, so if I don't show up after July the 8th, it's because health stuff got really, really real and I had to take care of me. So, if you don't see me after July 8th, don't worry. I'll be back when I can. But I'm going to have a biopsy, so. Okay, this is the Juicy lip gloss. It's little, but they said it was little in the description. Oh, it's sticky too. Hang on. Oh, it's sticky. Hang on. I'm not so hot. Oh, it is. Hang on. Would you stop drinking at me? Go get a drink if you want a drink. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is a tinted lip gloss. And it's rather dark. I thought it was going to be more of a nude color, but it's actually rather dark. Oh my gosh. It's really thick. It is tinted. That's the tint to it right there. It's more than I thought it was going to be, and I'm not that happy with it. I don't care for it. Okay. The July Star Juicy Lip Gloss. The colors, if it were fall, the color wouldn't be that bad, but it's really thick. Really thick. It's really thick. Okay, and if you've ever seen those nylon pool chairs, Temu has them. Those ones that sit in with the covered arms in the back, they have them. The only thing different about the ones you buy at any other store and the ones you buy at Temu is these have a seat that go all the way to your knees. So you have to be careful if you recline because it will flip your butt. Okay, so you're welcome for me telling you that. So I always just kind of push it back to under my mid thigh when I'm in the pool so it won't flip me. But don't ever let it go all the way to your knees, because when you lean back to because you can recline in these in the pool, it will flip you. Be careful. But otherwise, they're exactly like the other ones and last just as long. So tickled with that. I did get some pool stuff because I thought I was going to be in the pool more. But my physical therapist, where my legs have been so weak, she's not been wanting to try that one. So we'll get there eventually, I guess. We've got more. This is the UV resistant lavender. It's kind of bright, but when the sun hits it, it calms down. And even the leaves turn from green to that maroon color. This gives a pop in a wreath or anything where I'm needing a pop of color. And if you could see my little bouquet I've got going in here, you'd know that the colors all kind of blend. This is the kind of flower I've never bought before. So let's see what it looks like. How do I get in the darn bag? Hey. You got to have an IQ of like above 116 to get these darn bags. Seriously. Oh, this one's sealed. I got used to the flaps because I never hardly have to break into anything anymore. I just have to turn the flap. Okay, let's see what these look like. These were supposed to be multi-color purple filler flowers. Oh, they look like little black-eyed Susans, but purple. Those are cute. And this is where you need some elevation or to create depth. You can let these kind of pop out. These are so pretty. Oh, I'm tickled. Okay. I'll be buying more of those. Those are cute. Oh, and I got the pink as well. Apparently I was spending like a baller this month. But I have gone through all my flowers crafting. I have gone through it almost everything crafting. I've crafted a lot. This is the pink version. From a white to a pink. I think those are very cute. I swear these look like the ones that are in the barn lot half the time. So I'll put these in here. Where Dad keeps his field so clean. There ain't no weeds, no flowers, nothing in there. It's just grass. You think you would, Sabrina? Oh, this is a solar charger for, you can get a converter and use it for anything, but I bought a fan that uses this, and I can literally sit this out and the fan will run all day. I charge it and then I put this out where I'm at. The fan will run all day, so if it's hot outside, I can take my fan outside. And this is the charger. I've got two for it because I'm a nomad these days, so I'm going to leave one somewhere, so I figured I'd get two. I think West Virginia mountains are probably the prettiest mountains in all of the Appalachian mountains. I'm down here on the plateau, but if you drop off the plateau, you're going to fall into the mountains. But we have weirder weather than the mountains, oddly enough. More of the white filler flowers. Apparently, I wanted a bunch of those. I've got quite the bouquet going on over here, I'm just saying. Oh, it's time for another bag. That was all of that bag. Let's pick another one. I'll pick this one that's got all the square things in it. Because I don't normally buy a lot of square things from Temu, so let's see what this has got. I have to get a soap rack for Mom and Dad's so I can keep all my soaps handy. And I think it should be in here. Let's see what's in here. Oh, kitchen clothes. This heifer has had it. I'm going to use this as a wreath insert. Kitchen clothes. This heifer has had it. And it comes with a string to hang it up with if you just want to hang it up. But I'm going to put this in a wreath. Kitchen's closed. This heifer's had it. I think that is so cute. Apparently, I liked it when I saw it when I was shopping too, because I scooped it up. And it's it's like a 1/4 inch thick. It's pretty thick. So, pretty thick. Wreath insert. It's going to be great. Oh yeah, the haze that hangs over the mountains is it creates such a gray blue. It is weird to see. It is, even for me that lives up in the hills, the haze that hangs over a lot of the Appalachian Mountains, especially the Smokies, is such an odd blue. It's like a gun gray metal blue, and then other times it's like it's got a cotton candy powder look in it. And it's just the different levels and the haze that hangs onto them. And we get some really pretty sunsets around here because of it, though. We also don't get any rain because they hit everything around us and drop the rain before it gets to us because we're like the highest point in my area. So we miss a lot of rain. I cannot get these untied. Okay, so I make a lot of those little globe thingies that are so cute. And I'm all the time needing a hanger. Apparently, I'm not going to need a hanger for a while because I've got 4. I think I got all 4 of these for like $5. So they're not super expensive if you buy them in bulk. If you buy them separately, they can be super expensive. But I've never had one fall over on me, and they've done well for what I've crafted and done with them. So, oh, now I can craft some more. What are you? This is a big honking box. It's like a tin, like a Christmas tin. I don't know what I bought. What are you? Oh dear, it's got that kind of writing on it. I'm shaking today. I gotta take my thyroid medicine. Crap. And that's why I'm shaking. So the thyroid medicine has stopped almost all the shaking and most of the headaches. I had one the other day. It's really helped a lot. My thyroid was actually going too fast. It'd burn out, and that's why my body, I don't ever lose weight. Holy crap, that whole thing for this? Oh my goodness. Or as my friend would have said, oh my goodness. This is, what is it? Oh my God, I can't spell that. I can't say that. How to something at a Harold house. This is a specific type of soap, and God, if I could remember what it was. It's like an infused honey soap. It smells so good. It's kind of floral, but it's not. It's earthy floral, which I really like. It's pretty big. So it's bigger than the most soaps they sell. But it came in this tin. This tin that's just gorgeous. I want this insert out of it. It came with a bag. Okay, now is this just silica or no? It's something in here. It came with its own soap bag. Well, I'll be darned. Look at that. And this is a nice soap bag. Holy crap. Okay, so this is the honey infused soap. I did not know that it came in such a pretty tin. I'm going to be keeping that sucker. That's pretty. And it's not super small. It's decent sized. I'm going to take the insert out, though. That was extremely nice packaging for a bar of soap. And it wasn't very expensive. I mean, I don't know how they afford that. That's amazing. Okay. Keeping you. You're pretty. Let's tear this off because I'm going to put this in the soap bag. And I'll just dry fast enough nothing melts. I mean, down the mountain, you can do that. Gravity helps. Oh, and wait till you get what I've sent you, Sabrina. You'll adore that because Valerie just said what it means. Gosh, this smells. It's like an infused honey floral earthy. I love it. Now, you may not like that. I love that smell. You may not like it. This little soap bag is the nicest little silky soap bag. Look at that. And that came in a tin, and I literally gave like $2.96 for that. That's great presentation. I don't know who did that, but great presentation. Y'all rock. I love the tin. Love the soap. I mean, for a bar of soap, that was... Okay, I bought this to see what it looked like. I'm not impressed. So we got a hit and a miss. So as much as I like the soap, I probably hate this. Oh, it unscrews. What in the world was I thinking shopping? What was I doing? Does this light up? What's going on? I don't honestly know what I thought this was, but it's not anything I thought it was. I mean, it looks like it's got a place for a battery. Does it have a place for a battery? I'm afraid I'll break it if I twist it too much. I see a spring. What's the spring for? Oh, wait. Something's unscrewing. I'm going to break something, and then I'm not going to have it. But maybe y'all know not to order it if I break it first, right? Okay, anyway, it's got this globe on it, and it goes up in here, and it looks like it should shine. Honest to God, don't know what I thought this was, and I don't remember ordering it. Maybe it was a prize? Would I have picked this as a prize? I don't think I would have. So lots of times Temu just sends their prizes to me, and others say, wait, it's got a holder on it. It had one of these on it. What are you? Maybe it's a perfume sprayer or something. I don't know. That's big though. Look at that. I know it goes up there. What are we? I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody know what this is? You watch the channel and get away from the daily crazy. You come to my craziness. Welcome. Do you know what this is? I don't know what this is. It's got a squirt device in it, and you can pump air, and it goes in here, and I don't know what's supposed to go in there. Did I pick a really bad prize? I don't know what this is. Now, I have bought the pump sprayers for the Pepsi 2 liters. They work great. If you pump them up all the way, they work for about a minute, minute and a half before you have to pump them back up. They're wonderful. I highly recommend those. The ones that you screw onto the Pepsi, it looks like a long stick. Those pump sprayers are great if you have a 2-liter bottle. I have gotten one of the bottles with the spray on it, but I've had such luck with my 2-liter spray, I've not even opened it. So I'll let you know how that works. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Sabrina, what is this? Oh, when I figure it out, I'll get back. I don't even think I would have ordered that as a prize. I don't even know what it is. It looks like it should go this way. I don't know. I'm stumped. In a community post, I'll go see what it is, and I'll put a post in that this is what it is. I don't know what it is. I know. Well, when you choose prizes, half the time you do it in like a rapid. You have to make a quick decision because you're doing something else. So I don't know if I saw something, thought it was something else, but I don't know what that is. Okay, for everybody that goes to Walmart and pays $12.97 for a flag holder, Temu has them the same thing with the screws. They're in here for like $4. So if you're missing a flag holder, Temu has them for like $4. I bought Dad some earlier in the spring because he had one break. Don't go to Walmart and spend $12.97. Don't do it. $5, $4 on it. Like you can get them for $4 to $5, depending on the buyer, the seller. Everything. They come with everything you need in the little baggie. And they're nice and strong. So flag holders, it might take a little longer to get to you, but Lord, you'll save so much money if you get them at Temu. I have a hard time walking through the stores now because I'm like, that's $3 on Temu. I can't buy that. You know, and I'm amazed at how much our stores amp stuff up so they can make a buck when we know that now it must be produced for almost nothing because we've seen what other places can sell it for. So now I'm like, I understand what you're doing. I get it. So I'm on to them. This is making lots of noise. It's got parts. This has been something that's been up here for a couple of weeks waiting on me. I don't know what it is. I've slept since then. Apparently, I thought I needed it when I bought it, but I've been so sick and gone through so much since then, I don't remember what it is. Oh, I think it's a soap rack. Good God. How are you supposed to get it out? Oh, I had a hair or something on me. What was on? Just tear the box. Just tear the box. And when I mail you something and you get a Temu box, hush. Okay? I'm recycling. Okay. Can I have it now? Gosh, that puppy was in there. Lord. I have delivered cabs more easily than that. Okay. This is the soap holder. And it is heavy duty, man. It is metal, thick metal. It has little caddies, and you see little sways. There's where each soap bar goes. Man, that's heavy duty. When I get it put together, it will look like that. I'm really excited. I don't sound it, but I really, really am. Because I've not been able to keep all of my stuff where I can use it. So this is exciting for me. I have not enjoyed moving. and wonder. I feel like I'm wandering back and forth everywhere I go. Oscar, get out of my shoes. Out. Anybody want a dog? He likes skunks. I'm just going to warn you, he likes skunks. We had a little system move through this morning, and we got literally 7 drops of rain on the air conditioner that I heard, and then it stopped. And I was like, thanks for nothing. So I'm going to try to water my seeds that I planted here one more time, but they're not doing as good as the ones I planted at Mom's because I'm there to take care of them. So my other seeds are not doing so hot. My plants, I mean, they're growing, but they just don't look as good as the ones I planted where I'm at every day. I think that sounds, now I have a lot of salon owners as friends. I don't know how that happened. But I think that sounds right to me, Sabrina. Okay, where's the backs? Where's the backs of the screws? Do you not have backs of the screws? Do we not? They screw in? Okay. I don't believe you. Oh, they do have a pretty side for the front, though. That's nice. Well, isn't that special? Okay, this is going to take me, and because they have different screws in there, I'm going to have to see which screw goes where. So I shall put it together when I get done. But it's going to be huge. Let me show you how long it is. And it's going to have 3 shelves on it for soap. And look how big it is. It goes down to my belly button. That's big. Because that's like it's at least 2 foot. It's huge. That's going to be nice. Whole lots of soaps. And the baskets are really deep. And the little tiny basket at the end is adorable. This is little, they're all tied together here. But this is the little tiny basket. And these other baskets, I mean, they're hip. They feel like a cast iron skillet. So maybe that was a good buy. Okay, guys, we're on the final bag. I'm never going to order again. When I come home and mail is stacked up, it's like, and then I go back down the mountain to my other home, and I'm like, I'm never going to order from Temu again. And then I order from Temu again. And then I come back over to check my mail thinking I'll have a few letters. No, I have a few bags. So I have slowed down a lot. Mostly all I'm getting is craft stuff when I run out. So the Temu hauls are probably going to be very few and far between after a couple more bags. Because I'm just going through too much. And I'm either crafting or doing medical tests. That's all I'm doing right now. See what's in the bag. This has got one big box and a bag in it. And then I'll talk with you for a minute. Oh, it's the other solar panel that I got. This is the other solar panel. And it's got the other adapter back here. And what it goes to, what it helps to power. Is there anything else in this bag? No. What it helps to power is this big honking fan. Now, it got beat up in shipping, but let's see if it's probably okay. This is one of those fans that you can stick at the top of a tent or take with you. You can charge it, take it with you, hang it from the top of a tent, stand it somewhere, angle it, different angles. Ouch. Here's the adapter. Did it come charged? Lots of things come charged. Oh, wait, it's taped. They taped all the knobs. Okay, and if you wonder where the hook is for the tents, the hook's up here for the tents. So you can hang it and angle it down at you. Let's see if it's, oh, it's already charged. I have hairspray on, it's not fair. Woo, you can see my one little hair going there. Mullets are very strong, but I also have in hairspray. Ooh. I like my hairdo. It'd be even better in about a half an inch. Okay, I'm tickled. This has got a pretty good range on it, if you can see. And I just sometimes need something to move the air when I've been sitting still in the heat. And I'm going to charge this puppy up and learn how to hook up all the solar panels to it. And just let go of me. And I'm going to take it to places where I have to sit out in the heat. It's going to become my little buddy. It's going to go everywhere that I need to sit in the heat. This was, I think, 16. But, I mean, it's firm. It's sturdy. It's got the hook for if I'm in a tent or under something. Or it's got the stand with the handle back here. And you can put it at any angle. I like this a lot. And the charge port's back here. and you can charge it in a vehicle as well. But it's got pretty good range on it. I've got hairspray on. It's really not fair. It's pretty good, and you can feel it. They guaranteed like a 9-foot range. Like I'm holding it arm's length, and I need to see my hair move. I like this a lot. It's very, like, it's heavy. You can tell it's good quality. They had a few colors. I like orange and black. I don't know why. But anyway, if you want to look this fan up, they've got it on sale right now. It is this one. You can screenshot and put it into Temu, the search bar, and it will find it for you. Oh yeah, I look like the Take On Me, the Aha singer there for a minute. I was like, oh dear. But I can't have any dead hair fall into that surgical scar here in a few weeks. So I was like, I'll just go ahead and cut all the dead off. Well, everything was dead, so we just cut it. I looked at her and I said, just go mullet. And she went mullet. But I like it. It suits me. My favorite thing out of this haul, honestly, it was the tin that the soap came in. I mean, the soap's great, but the tin's awesome. This is so pretty. It's so pretty. And you can store tons of crap in there when you get the liner out. I like tea tins, any kind of tin. Anything I can hide something in and still have my house look clean. I can hide a bunch of earrings in that on a nightstand, and nobody knows that I got a bunch of earrings out. So that's a nice little tin. It's cute. You can cover the top in fabric or put lace on it and put a bow to make it match your decor if you want to. Or chalk paint it. Everyone wants to chalk paint everything. I don't have a freaking idea what this is. I'll get back to you on that. Stumped myself. I don't have a clue. Anybody knows what this is? Let me know. It looks like a bottle of some kind. Maybe I've got it. I don't know. Maybe I've got it upside down or something. I go look at what I bought or the prizes I chose and when it was shipped and see what this is, because I don't remember this at all. Doesn't surprise me. I have whole days I don't remember. The thyroid medicine at first was really, really difficult for me. So it's the last few weeks have been not the best, but I'm feeling better now. So I lost like 20-something pounds in no time where my thyroid decided to, it was going so fast, it wasn't working basically. So if your thyroid's too slow or too fast, it basically does the same thing to you. And I lost like 20-something pounds, was super sick, super weak, but I feel better now. But I lost a lot of muscle. Like, look at my poor arms, how flabby. Look how tan I'm getting though. But my poor arms are so flabby. I've got the big bat wings from where I lost so much so fast. It was not good. But now we know my thyroid's had problems probably my whole life. Nobody ever caught it because I was moderately healthy, and nobody ever thought, and they'd hit it maybe once out of every 5 times they'd see it. It'd be like, it's a little high, but all the others look good. Well, when they're only doing blood work twice a year, of course, But I'm going to charge this and keep this with me forever. Forever. I feel a lot better. Getting my strength back, getting my drive to do stuff back, being able to help a little bit more. I'm helping keep up the little garden out there on Mom and Dad's driveway, and been able to keep up Oscar's hairdo and help Mom take care of her Chihuahua, Oliver. And I helped Mom get ready for the wedding this weekend. So I gave her a pedicure and painted her toes and helped her. I went with her and helped her find a really awesome pair of shoes that matched the dress perfectly. And she had on like a purple dress that faded into blues and turquoise, but it was muted. It was really pretty. And she wore a lace cardigan, a really pretty lace cardigan, and rhinestone pink shoes. They were awesome. The shoes were it. That made the whole outfit. They were so pretty. They weren't loud and obnoxious. They were really pretty shoes. And Dad color coordinated and put on tan dockers and a pink top with a tie that matched her. And they were color coordinated for the wedding. It was awesome. They were the only color coordinated couple there. It was awesome. The picture is, I have a picture of them. I'll ask if I can share it. They look really cute together. It was probably one of the best pictures I've seen of them in at least 25 years. I mean, they were both super happy. And Mom got to meet the twins. So they had brought twins up to go to the wedding. It was about 3.5, 4 hours away. They brought the twins up to go to the wedding. And so Mom got to meet the twins. I don't get to meet the twins until after I get my thyroid fixed. So they won't let me out of their sight. But I'm going to go and hold my twin grandbabies as soon as my thyroid is out and I'm feeling better. I'm road tripping to go see my grandbabies. So I get to see them over video call and stuff. And I get to send them stuff all the time. But I want to see them and hold them. So as soon as I'm okay, I'm hitting the road and going to go visit, because it's like a 7-hour travel drive. I'll have to go with somebody or But I'm going to go. So they're so cute. I don't know, damage control. What are you even talking about? I just, people, I'm just, fixing that thyroid surgeon. You come in here and be an ass? Go away. Go away. Go bother somebody else with your bad mood. I'm doing good in here. So, but I am very proud to say that my 3-month-old little granddaughter, who was super preemie when she was born, can hold her own bottle. Can hold her own bottle. She's a rock star. So I'm super proud of her. She's doing great. My daughter's been working with her a whole lot on her motor skills, and she's already held her bottle. She's a little rock star. She is so curious about everything. She's so cute. So I am super excited to get over all of this so I can really get to go and travel and see all my family that I'm missing. So they won't let me go anywhere right now. Good Lord. Some of you people really need like a conscience or a day job. It's really weird. I mean, keep putting your ISP data on my chats. It'd just help when the district attorneys come after you. Retired parole officer. So, Colin, you have a good week too. But here's something I've noticed about society and about YouTube. It's getting very toxic. People are very aggressive, and people are they want to subject you to their world, and they want to suck you in and make you follow them. And I am seeing this all over the news. I'm seeing people killed or assaulted for stupid reasons. I mean, it's stupid reasons, stupidity. The assault ratio across the world has gone up again. So I think here in the States, we're like 67% now. Worldwide, it's up about the average of 50 to 60%. This aggression is normally a change in behavior like this would normally take 10 to 20 years to neurologically present in behavior. It would have to genetically spread. It's not something that you normally pick up through, your environment. It's something that normally you have to have embedded within you to give yourself permission to behave in that manner. So, epigenetics are very strong. People don't understand how strong they are. But what we're seeing spread in our society right now is just simply stupidity and hatred. And we're seeing people have higher positions in society if they don't care about others or themselves. Now, you can't care about anyone else if you don't care about yourself. So we're seeing vacant brains and vacant hearts in higher positions in society. And so now the lower positions in society, who are normally the salt of the earth people, now we're seeing more issues here as well, because we've now had leaders that are vacant for so many decades that now everybody else is starting to repeat the behavior. And what we're going to see over the next 2 generations is probably a very scary form of humanity. And I'm kind of worried about that because I've got grandbabies in this world. But you already see it in even the bots that come on the internet. They're more violent, more aggressive. Even the stupid teenagers that get on YouTube take it to a level where it's probably a federal crime already. A lot of people that come in here and say stuff, if I turned it into a district attorney, they would probably pursue it as a sexual assault for the things that they say. And people don't understand the law. They don't understand behavior. They don't understand why they're doing this. Well, I'll tell you why you're doing this. You're doing this because you don't have anything here or here. And you got to have something both places. And what we're seeing in society is people that think they got stuff here, but they're empty here. And so while people might think they're really smart in society, they're not smart when it comes to people because they don't know how to interact. And we're being led by people that are completely empty and void of any kind of empathy, sympathy, any kind of nurturing, caregiving. There's nothing left. So our society is falling apart. Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about that. She may not want ranch. She may not want ranch. Okay, well, I made Sabrina a big Mondo mod, so she may not want the ranch. If you don't have to do anything. But we're having a hard time, and amen to that. It's money. Well, look at the things we're focused on. The things we're focused on tell us, what's going to come. We're focused on money, power, ego. There's nothing that's got any heart in there. There's nothing that's got any love in there. All it is aggressive, motivating factors in life. So if you look at assaults or murders, what are the leading issues in assaults and murders? It's money, power, ego. It's like we're creating our own, I would say sociopaths at least, but I think we're creating psychopaths, to be quite honest, with this new wave of behavior that I'm seeing. It's Sherry, yeah, I've seen that too. I've noticed that as well. Colin, yeah, yeah. And if you are somebody that has a very open heart, and you really care about society and other people, then when you go out, you feel the animosity just from being in the grocery store and passing somebody in the aisle, and you're just like, whoa, that was some nasty mood coming off of you, and people don't understand. But you have to stay focused on what you want to be. So if you want to be kind and nice, you have to just constantly try to be kind and nice. Now, you have to have boundaries, but you have to have them without jumping into the other person's world. And so that's super hard, because like I want to see people punished if they did something wrong. I'm like, okay, a punishment would maybe make you think about doing it again. Maybe you'll go, oh, well, I didn't enjoy the last one, I shouldn't do that again. So I think punishments are great things. They teach us, they leave a mark and don't do it again. But there's virtually no punishment occurring across the United States right now, at least not for people that it could help. So our society is thinking that, all these laws are not necessary, and we don't have to follow anything. And I told you, like 3 years ago, they changed the vocabulary, changed the meaning of the words. They can change the law so they can run the world. That's how every society has ever fallen. They change the vocabulary because the society thinks they've got to progress. And then when you change the words, it undoes every law in your society, and you fall apart. So now we're in the crumble. I mean, it's falling apart as we see it. I absolutely think they're completely holding the weather in certain places. I absolutely think they're completely creating issues for farmers. I absolutely completely know that they can create weather and augment weather. I've seen it on documentaries. I've seen the scientists tell about it. Do most people know this? No, because most people don't have a curiosity gene. They don't want to go and find something out. They want somebody to tell them, but they don't want to go and seek. And that's what we've got to do as a society. We could go and seek the information we need and not wait for somebody to bring it to us. So I read a lot. I watch a lot of stuff. I try to, put everything in the pile, and what I need, I use, and what I don't need, I throw away. But I will take all information and review it. And it's amazing if you really review what the leaders of the world are capable of. I think, didn't Putin just request a face-to-face with Biden? How do you think that's going to go? Do you think he's going to go up to Putin and go, my butt's been whopped? Honestly, do you think he's going to do that? Do you know, hey, I give Putin kudos. That's what you do when you think someone is not a competent leader. Face to face. We got to see each other face to face. And I guarantee you that he's going to tell us exactly what he thinks of our leader. And I bet you that most of us already know what he's going to say. And it's scary to know that the world is looking down on us going, because we're a bug they could stomp right now really quickly. And it's not because of all the machinery or all the military funding or, all the money that they have in the world. It's because America has lost its heart. America has lost everything that made America, America. It's gone. We don't care about each other anymore. We don't look at the world and say, okay, we can take the best parts of it and apply it here. We don't do any of it anymore. We just constantly want to be in power, and we want to scare people with our armies, and we want to act like we're babysitting countries, but what we're actually doing is fleecing them. And I'm tired of putting quarters in every washing machine across the nation. And now I'm tired of putting quarters in every washing machine across Ukraine. I'm ready to just say, hey, let's take care of the citizens here that pay taxes, and let's leave everybody else alone. Do you know that people, the illegals that are getting welfare, when they put them on welfare, they immediately give them a voter registration application, and they don't ask them of residency. They figure that when they go to the voting place that they'll sift it out. Honey, we didn't sift it out last time. So our country is falling apart. Every country in the world has boundaries except for America. So it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Hi, Karen. Welcome. So let me see. Let me go back and see what Sabrina wrote, because I can't talk and read at the same time anymore. Yeah, America's lost its heart, because the only thing that you can take away that will allow somebody to change, like those neurological, there are boundaries in your brain that you have to cross, and like make a decision to cross that boundary to become able to take certain actions. A lot of sociopaths and psychopaths, you can see that in their childhood as they cross those boundaries as they grow. America has done the same thing. And oh dear Lord, hang on, I gotta boot him. Okay, let's see. I think I got him. I may not have. I did. I think Priscilla got him sometime. But what we've done is we've acted like we're babysitting the world when we've been fleecing them. They don't trust us anymore. What we might have done that was right a decade ago, we don't care to repeat, because it didn't. Our new leaders think it didn't give us anything. It didn't profit us anything. Why are we doing it? I am extremely excited to see how Biden handles this request by Putin for a face-to-face. As a world leader, he should say okay and go see him. It could save how many lives? Because if we go down the path we're going right now, we're all going to be in war. So Biden's behavior on this one is a big doozy for me. I'm watching it. I don't believe he's competent. I don't believe he's remotely. I mean, bless his heart, it's like elder abuse for me. But then again, it took him 5 decades to get here, so he's not, a saint in all this. He's not a victim completely. But I think that what they're doing to him is wrong, and I feel sorry for him a little bit because he's being manipulated. I would like to know by who all. I have an idea. But I want to see, as a world leader, will he comply and go and do the right thing and meet with another world leader and discuss the situation? And if he doesn't, we know it's because Putin would have told us the absolute truth. And he may lie and say, oh, no, I'm not going to go because of the threats or this, that. But if he doesn't meet, we know why he doesn't. And I'm just sitting here going, It took the IRS like 4 months to give me a receipt on what was paid to them on the taxes. 4 months. But they want their money immediately, but it's going to take me 4 months to let you know I received it. Really? So I'm just not super impressed with our nation right now. I'm saddened by it. I think currently we probably have more immigrant males that are a threat in this nation than we've ever had before. I think they're here for a reason. I think we've become the dumping ground and the trash can of the world. I think it's okay to say that, because not everybody that crosses the border is a kind person trying to help their families or make a positive change. They're actually trying to usurp authority and power from the nation they're stealing from. New York is about shut down due to the immigrants taking over everything, stealing. I mean, and you just have to watch the videos. You tell me if you see somebody that looks like a citizen cross that threshold. Just tell me. Because when the cops arrest them, nobody's speaking English and nobody has an identification. So if you can straighten that one out for me, you can do it. But they've stolen every store blind. They're reselling on the streets. So the economy in New York is now New York City is going to try to tax people by creating a tax on the sewer, so that the people that run the water and sewer have to pay the city of New York to use the city's pipes. What were they built for? They were built for the sewer. Why are you making them rent 100-year-old pipes? And they're going to make tenants that actually have identifications and, are citizens pay for that, because you can only get apartments and have a lease if you have identification. So it's going to be the taxpayers that pay for everything. And Nick Shirley's, his channel does a lot of this. It shows a lot of what's going on. Yep, Sherry, yep. A lot of things are changing. And last year, he didn't change the tax codes. He didn't lie. He changed the paperwork so that the way you did your taxes changed last year. It's amazing how people will lie to you, saying, "Oh, we didn't change any of the taxes. We didn't change," but they changed the codes to where when you file, it does something completely different. And I'm like, holy crap. Because it's smart on one hand, but it's really mean to do it to your citizens on the other without telling them. No one caught it. Like just a few of the big tax people caught it, just a few. So it's amazing what they're doing to us while they're taking care of everyone else and giving free trips, free plane rides, free car rentals to people that don't even have licenses so they can go wherever they want to be. And I'm sitting here going, when they got here, why do you think they need to go anywhere else? But they're trying to spread them out, and they're going to go to certain cities trying to build at the points they get for the electoral college, and it's just gonna sway everything. And there's 2 or 3 ways they can do this, but I think right now it's backfiring on a little bit because New York has crumbled, and New York's always been like a stronghold, but New York is still trying to come back and tax its citizens till they can't breathe. So it's going to go up between 4.7 and 9%, which you think is not a lot. But if you pay a $250 utilities bill for everything rolled into one, it's going to go up, $25. That's a lot on a family that's barely paying rent in the most expensive city in the nation. So I think it's wrong. You let them in here, you should take care of them. How about you send them back? How about we stop putting money to where it doesn't end back up in America's pockets? And how about we stop putting money in politicians' pockets? How about we stop putting it in the loop where it goes to politicians? How about we let it go back to the people? How about we build up our nation again? How about we become proud to be an American again? How about we put our borders up and we say, hey, if you want to really, really come here, do it the right way, and we'll accept you in 5 seconds. But don't sneak past my picket fence and tell me you belong here. Most of us don't even want somebody's, stranger's dog on our property, but we want millions of people that we don't know where they came from or don't have any identification, don't know anything about them. Are you sure about that? Because when I worked in law enforcement, literally with the asylums and the prisons that have been emptied to take advantage of our border issues, 1 in every 3 that they've sent could be violent. If you look at the population and the number of prisons they've emptied and the asylums they've emptied to send up here, and you do the ratio work, 1 in 3 is potentially violent. So do we really want to take that kind of chance with our nation? Why are we doing this? Why isn't America important anymore? Why is everybody looking at us like we're the bug that's going to get stomped? I told you that the 2020 election was the biggest transaction you've ever seen. People say, well, what was sold? We were sold. And you don't know what you're. Oh, I do. And so now we've got to watch our law be ridiculed, be twisted and ridiculed and made a laughingstock across the world. We've got to watch our politicians tear each other apart because they don't know how to fix something. Why did we put them in office? I don't think you should hold a political seat unless you have a 40-hour-a-week job. You got to know how to work. You got to know what everybody else is working at. You got to know what everybody else's lives are like, or you're not going to help them. So I don't know. I'm just very irritated at our nation. I just want to turn them over and smack them, just spank them, just turn them on the knee and just beat the bejesus out of them. Colin says, "I'm who I am." Oh, you keep talking. I'm placing my bets. I'm placing a lot of bets right now too, and I don't think we have enough people that have something in both places to stop what started. But we got a really good group of people that have a whole lot right here that are going to get screwed. And I'm really angry about that. Yeah. If you have not looked up what Karen just spoke about, please do. Oh, Lord, people. So we have to be aware of what's going on. We can't say that because we are nice people, everyone we meet are nice people. That's a flaw. That's not true. And so we have to look at the ratio of people coming over, at the ratio that are possibly criminogenic in nature. And I'm basing that on American stats as well. So we're criminogenic as well. Don't worry. But if you look at that, we've got a 1 in 3. One about 3 that you come upon are going to be violent. And a lot of the murders, the mom that had 5 kids that was murdered, there's been so many murders and rapes in this nation since we've had this huge migration of people. And you can't tell me that it's not caused by that, because every time they look and who is the perpetrator, it's someone that doesn't have any identification but has been arrested 2 or 3 times before, but they can't prosecute them because they're not a citizen. But you can give them money and welfare. Just wondering about that. Maybe your digital twin blocked you. Oh no, Mary, you're not. You shouldn't be. Hang on. It doesn't say you are on my side, Mary, but now they do this to a lot of people in my chats, and they've done it to Kim, my best friend. So, and you don't show blocked on any of my stuff, but YouTube does it. And they put ads in my videos, even though I'm not monetized. I think they're just trying to drive people away from my channel. You shouldn't be, Mary. You're not showing blocked on my side. So hopefully you're not. If it shows up again, we're going to have to work on this. I may create a back channel or a secondary channel on Odyssey just to go back and forth. I try to hang out here at y'all are like, why do you still post to YouTube? Well, number one, I've not pinched them in the ass enough times. I'm still working on it, you know. Let me have my fun. Number two, there are still some good people over here that are looking, and they don't know to look anywhere else. So I'm still hanging out over here as a last dinghy for the people that need to get to the island, okay? So that's why I'm still here. And I don't enjoy it very much because there are a lot of robots and just idiots that come through. But I'm hanging on, trying to catch everybody I can. Oh no, always use an intermediary source if you're buying anything online, because, oh Lord, you got to protect your butt. You got to protect your butt. There's people in Scott County, Tennessee that are taking an event that's going to be held later this fall, and they've mirrored it, created a false page, and are thinking that that's the event, still selling vendor sites. And it's just like, wow, that's happening so close to me. How is that happening so close to me? No one here would ever think of doing that 5-6 years ago, but they're doing it now. It's weird to see it happening so close to home. So I know you keep telling me that, so I haven't. I'm literally here because Sabrina told me to stay. That's why I'm here. Sabrina told me I needed to be here to stay. I'm literally the last dinghy for everybody that's coming looking for somebody, and they don't know where to look anywhere else. So that's why I stay here, and I take the beating and the verbal abuse. And I might fly a bird every once in a while, but I try not to get too quippy with them. But I'm waiting for the last few people that may be searching for common sense. And then I spit them over to anywhere else that has common sense. Sad that people can't research better, but here I am, still on the YouTube waiting. Yeah, we've got to. Well, and that's where this comes in, because if you don't have the pull to be with another human being, or to have a community, to have people that you love around you, I mean, we're just cutting ourselves apart, you know, and we're not. They've isolated us, made us okay with isolation. Everybody's in a screen. We don't have to interact physically with anybody. They've torn us apart that way. And then they've thrown in a whole bunch of new spices. And it's like, here, now make a meal. We don't have the skills. We don't have the skills because we no longer communicate. We no longer talk. We no longer debate. We no longer learn to verbalize aggression before we physically portray it. And so they've created a recipe for disaster, and I just want to look at them and go, y'all did this on purpose. Hope you're happy with yourself. Because the spanking you get when you go to hell is going to be a big one. So I just wonder sometimes if people think that accountability is a real thing. It is. It very much is. So I'm just in here waiting. So Colin. Well, I give UK props for one thing. They have spoken about the GB jab more than anybody else and about how asinine it was, the entire thing. And John Campbell has been a peach, bless his heart. He's rode the ups and downs and tried to be honest even when he was wrong himself. And I give that man kudos and props because he's trying to be honest. So in a lot of ways, the UK has done a lot for us, but we're sitting over here going, nah, 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 and we're not using the information they're giving us. They're still doing commercials everywhere to go get, and I'm like, why? When we've identified and another nation has said it was all a scam, why are we sitting here putting people in harm's way again for just comedic? Why? Because we're buttholes. Because we don't have anything here. We think we got it all up here, but we don't. And I want to look at every politician and just go, you're a butthole. You are living on the hog. We're all on the undercarriage meat here, and you could care less. And you're fleecing our nation. You're fleecing other nations. And you're doing horrific things in the name of power and ego. And our government has gotten, oh my gosh, it only took them a couple hundred years to learn how to move everything and twist it and contort it and use it a different way. So while our Constitution means a lot to us, they've changed the meaning of it because they changed the meaning of words. And they want to go back now and apply the new words to the old words. And I'm like, that doesn't work. You can't do that. You can't go back to 1776 with 2020 politics. You can't. Because the words don't mean the same. But now they're applying these emotional new words to things from history and changing things for our nation. And I'm like, you can't do that. But it's horrible. What makes me such an expert? I don't know. I'm up here brave enough to say it and show my face. So get on your little pony and ride away. But from being a parole officer, a probation and parole officer, and working on interstate compact and working in the sex offense program with sex offenders, I will say that even with our statistics, we were probably having, oh gosh, our society is probably one of the mildest societies as far as atrocities and behaviors for, criminogenic purposes. It was probably one of the mildest societies because we have got one of the most melting pot views of everything. So we kind of accept everybody and we kind of accept everybody's views. And we kind of made these laws that kind of floated around everybody's views. And so we kind of made the mildest community, the mildest country. And now we're getting not so mild people. And we're seeing our assaults go up, our murders go up, our rapes go up for women. And every time they arrest someone, it is someone that is here illegally, someone here that doesn't have identification, someone here that's going to wait 2 years for a work permit with no identification. They're going to be here 2 years with free food and everything. Free housing, free food. They got to wait for a work permit. It's going to take 2 years to process. They're saying at least 2 years now to process everyone. At least 2 years. Could be more. And we have to house them and feed them until then. If they had waited and got their papers and came in legally, they could have worked the moment they got here. So why are we housing people that broke our law? So everybody's like, okay, well, the law doesn't mean anything anymore. So they come here and they're like, well, their law doesn't mean anything. They let us in here. It's okay to walk through the border now. We can do anything we want. And they have. If you go and read, coast to coast headlines, they have. And sadly, our crime rate is up substantially. Why? Well, if you look at it, we used to be the 26th most hostile nation in the world. 26th. Or 76th, sorry. 76th. We were like way up there. We were one of the safest nations to come visit, see. We were like 76th. We've moved to 4th place in 2 years. We've moved from 76th place, like we were like really safe to travel to and see. Now we're in like 4th place. In 2 years. That should have taken decades to do. That should have taken generations to change. And we moved that much in 2 years? You can look that up on the Travel Planner and Safety Protocol. You can look that up. Safety statistics for travel. Nations by safety ratings. You can look it all up. Go Google. Do something today. Um, but I mean, it's just how you don't do that in 2 years. So, we've got proof that this is changing our nation, and we need to really work on it and change it back. Well, yeah, I mean, you have to care about other people, but at the same time, boundaries are a good thing. I think that if you want to come to this nation, you do it the right way, and glad to have you. But I don't think the citizens should be paying billions of dollars to house, feed, and care for other people that have came here illegally. I just don't think you should do it. It's like telling the criminal, hey, when you're in trouble, we're going to put you up and feed you filet mignon and give you everything you need, take care of your health care, you'll be fine. And that's why prisons have cold sandwiches for dinner, and it's not, it's not the Howard Johnson, it's not a nice hotel. It has issues to be a consequence so that you don't want to go back, and we're not doing that. We're not teaching any lessons. We're not giving any boundaries. We're not doing anything as a consequence. And I'm sitting there going, do you know what you're going to tell everybody? You're going to tell everybody, just come here and you can get away with anything. And guess what? In the next year, you're going to see that. You're going to see the crime wave go all over the nation, because they're now they're busing and flying and trucking these people everywhere. They're trying to spread them out so it's not as in your face as New York is. And once again, go watch Nick Shirley's channel here on YouTube. Go watch it. But we're going to see the crime wave go all across America, because these people are going to have to disperse. Because in 2 years, they're not going to want their work papers. They're going to still want to fleece America, because they've been here for 2 years and not worked. Guess what they've learned? I will be kept up. So they're going to go hide and fleece America to be here. Y'all, it's scary. And while not every one of them will do that, a large majority will. Because you have to look at the numbers on the stats on crime, the numbers of criminals they have per population, per capita, and then you have to blend it with ours. And you have to think 1 in 3 that came across the border is highly likely to be violent. We just shot ourselves in the foot. Being nice is great. Being kind is great. But bending over backwards and taking one up the rear is stupid. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Hi, Denise. Soccer Ruth, get on my sofa. Well, say hi for me. But I just want you to think about that, how demographics change. This is how demographics change. This is how countries are squashed. This is how societies are killed. This is how cultures are lost. Go back and read about the stupid Romans and the Phoenicians. Go read about them. And all over purple snails. Man is stupid. We've repeatedly showed that man will make the stupidest decision, the most horrible decision for everyone else, because he's thinking about himself. We've done that a number of times in society now. We've seen it in history and wars and cultures. And we're sitting here hoping, with our fingers crossed, that now our leaders have learned a lesson. Oh, they've had 2 centuries to hone their skills to screw everybody over to benefit them. And I just want people to wake up and look at it. I want you to pay attention. When laws are changed, go and read what laws are changed in your state that year. Go and see what's being done nationally at a federal level. Go and look about people that are going to New York. Go and read about the hidden shelters they have that they're not telling anyone about. They closed down every hotel that was on the brink of bankruptcy. Now has become super mondo rich, because they're getting pure profit, full capacity, and the government's paying the bill. Go look it up. Every one of the hotels that are housing them was on the brink of bankruptcy. It was a salvation plan by the government that has backfired. Because they thought, well, we're going to bring in people, we're going to get all these government benefits, we're going to tossle some money around, and it's going to end up in the right places. They didn't bank on the hysteria and the nastiness of the people they were letting in. And sadly, very few are the kind of people that we actually would allow in if we were doing background searches. And it's really sad that, it's really sad that we have to blanket look at these people and say it's probably not a good group, because there are probably some decent people in there, but the majority are probably not. And we're the ones that's going to pay the price. Yeah, Ray Clay. Yeah, there's a lot more stuff that they do that is weird like that. But yeah, yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Well, I'm very interested in watching New York crumble, because that's going to be how America crumbles. Because New York is just America shrunken. So, however New York goes out, it's going to be how America goes out. Right now, it's a crime wave. Don't want to walk the streets alone. Terrified. Unless you're an elite, you're down here scrubbing with everybody, and it's getting very hostile. It's getting very messy. Stores are leaving. Commerce is leaving. Business is not good, and a lot of the money's leaving New York. So New York is now pressing the citizens to pay new taxes and new weird things for the city. It's just crazy, some of the things they're coming up with, like the sewer and utilities and the water. They now have to pay to use the pipes that they put in 100 years ago. But if you live in one of those elite commercial buildings, it's not going to change. It's just going to change for the lower 80%. Yeah, just the working people. It's just crazy. And Valerie, I'm telling you what. Listen, we had to pay money back this year, and we've got to do one more small payment, because I was like, I'm not paying the full thing at once. I'm like, I want to know they're receiving my money. I send a money order because I'm leery of everybody and everything. And we have one last payment to do. And on this one, I'm going to put for Parmesan and hose, because I'm a turd. And if they take the time to come see me when they've got catastrophe going across the world, we'll all know they're out for nothing good. So I don't know. It's just one of those things that you have to apply your perspective on it, but you also have to look at how it affects the whole society. And what I'm seeing is a rise in crime, a horrible rise in assaults, and harming women. Basically, it's women being harmed. Honestly, like 87% of the arrest, the victim's a woman. Business is down. It it's a classic scenario to implode a country. I mean, this our society, our culture is gone. And people say, well, we're the melting pot. No, we were the place where everybody respected everybody else's perspectives. And now we don't respect anybody unless they're like us. Well, that doesn't work. Oh, but we're so inclusive. We have all the letters of the alphabet, but yet you hate anyone, and you're so inclusive. You had to write out everybody's names in the inclusive name. You're so inclusive. You had to label everybody. Wow, you're so inclusive. Um, it's just weird. It's weird how these people that are so hateful are now thinking they're the justice warriors and going after people, and I'm like, but you don't tolerate anyone that's not like you. Oh, but we tolerate everyone that's like us. You should be like us. Well, what if I don't want to be like you? Well, then we hate you. It's like, whoa, what happened to the tolerance? you know but it used to be we respected. Look, we still had when we pulled our heads out of our hind ends, we still allowed a lot of practicing religions that we didn't agree with here. And I'm like, well, people have to follow, and they have to make mistakes, and the Lord gives free will, and some people are going to take that and not do anything with it, just make it worse. But at least I was free to do as I needed to do. And I thought, okay, but what are we seeing now? We're seeing a lot of people become oppressed by being marginalized by oppressors. And who's the oppressor? Apparently I am. Podunk poor, barely have any money, dealing with medical issues. And I'm so sick. I've been bunking with parents for 3 months. So I have eyes on me because I could croak at any moment. I'm the oppressor? Really? But people they are re-establishing the parameters for society. So people that are just keep to themselves and don't go out and I've studied and I will integrate and deal with people I want to deal with and that I want in my life. If I don't, I won't. And so when I put that boundary there, now I'm a hate monger. No, I put a boundary there because it's my ability to do that to protect myself and my environment, the land I own and the home I own, my body. But they don't follow that. They want to come to my home and abuse me and harm me and scream nasty things at me. Why? Well, you're not tolerant. If this is tolerance, I don't want any of it. But nobody will speak up and you stand up and say this is not right. And how long is the society going to kowtow to literally 0.03% of the population? I've got friends in every aspect of society, and I take people on an individual relationship. I will say that what they're doing, like the majority of my friends that are in those categories, do not agree with. But because it's a political movement now and a social justice movement, it's getting money. It's getting programs. It's becoming a job, and that's sad because when you put money behind anything, it falls apart. So now our society is being dictated by money and financial programs that the government's pushing, and it's like, how about this little bumpkins that don't bother anybody? How about we have a program? Oh no, you're a white supremacist. Well, the other day, when I told somebody I was half Cherokee, they wanted to know if I was. So I have to prove everything to everybody because I'm not the perfect skin tone. I mean, I tan real easy. But it's just confusing. Like this whole society we've got, everybody's heads up their hind end or somebody else's hind end, and we have no boundaries. We're not allowed any boundaries because tolerance. But tolerance is only brought on by the crowd that's in control because they're so tolerant. And I'm sitting here going, wow, we're so backwards and we don't see it. Yeah, there's no conflict resolution, without acknowledging the problem. There's no conflict resolution without conflict. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to have conflict. I don't want to have... Honey, that's part of conflict resolution. That's part of solving the problem. And we're not allowed to be curious. We're not allowed to debate. We're not allowed to disagree without being a hate monger or somebody that's trying to wreck another society. Excuse me. I just didn't want you to come onto my lawn and scream about your life because I don't want to hear it. If you don't want to hear about me, get off my lawn, But we're not allowed the same boundaries. The boundaries are changing now because the vocabulary changed, the law changed, the boundaries changed, society's falling. Pay attention. Watch. Go to Nick Shirley's channel, watch Nick Shirley's videos on New York. He's a young man that did a lot of mission work and other work down in South America for years and years and years. He speaks the language fluently, and he can tell you what's being said and what's going on. And he interviews the migrants, and they're all like, well, we like America, but they could do more for us. They're getting very greedy. You'll see some that are like, I'm just glad to be here with my kids. I'm trying. And I'm like, okay, there's one we would have let through. That's great. You're here for the right reasons. But literally 90% are like, well, we want more. I mean, they're giving us awful food. Honey, you're getting food. You're getting hotel meals that people paid for. We don't like the food. It's not like the food we want to eat. We've told them to change the menu. Honey, you're here on our ticket. You will eat what we feed you, or you will go to bed hungry. They're demanding and they're creating this demand and oh, you're oppressing us if you don't fulfill our every need, even though we brought here nothing to help you, nothing to step up your society, nothing to help this citizen group. No, we're not going to help you at all, but we demand everything in return. And like 90% of them are like that. They want more. And they're like, well, what are you going to do when you're no longer getting this money and you're no longer having this debit card? You don't have this hotel room. I will move somewhere else and find someone else to rob. I mean, they're really honest. You should go watch the videos. They're terribly honest. You can tell the ones that would have been denied and would have been allowed with migration or with immigration. You can tell who would have been approved and who would have been, no, may not enter. And it's sad because a lot of New Yorkers that live on the upper side are like, it's not happening because they're not directly dealing with it. But the poorer suburbs and the poorer areas are dealing with it. And New York is so detached that the right hand doesn't know what the left's going through. It's sad. And that's why New York's going to crumble. They don't care about everyone there. They only care about certain people. And it's horrible. If immigrants stopped working, our society would fall. Doubt that. I doubt that. Our society is going to crumble now because the immigrants are taking so many jobs. It's going to be hard for the young generation to get a job at a working wage. They estimate 3 million. It's been more like 9 million that have come into our nation. And if you run the stats on the criminogenic natures, and you run the stats on nation versus nation, and you run the stats on the ratio and the people that come through, you would understand that literally 1 out of 3 is here for criminogenic motives. They're not here to work. And so that's 30% at least of what have come through, that's here for a negative reason. And that's a low estimation. I'm trying to do everything across the board with the ratios and the crime rates and stats. But it's very dangerous what we've done, because we don't have any identification. We don't have any knowledge of these people. We don't have a background. We don't have names. We have no way to prosecute them. If they arrest them, we don't know who they are. They won't give us a correct name. They give 2 or 3 names and 2 or 3 arrests. They literally are phantoms running through our society. And it's scary for me as a retired parole officer, because I know how much the legal system and the justice system is failing just with our citizens, people that they know and can follow and trace. It doesn't have a chance with people that it can't trace or follow or find. You give somebody a slip and tell them in 2 years, come to court. The only way you can trace them is if they're getting benefits. The ones that don't want benefits evaporate, and we see them after they murder a mom of 5. That's when we find them, and we realize, oh crap, we let one in that shouldn't be here. Well, we probably let 30 to 33% of the ones through that shouldn't be here, just going by crime stats per nation and the numbers. I mean, do a little work. You'll answer your own questions. It's a great thing. So, it's just be smart about it. Look at things logically rather than emotionally. Heck yeah, I like to belong to another country sometimes too, because I get irritated with mine. But am I going to march over and say, okay, now I want a bed, I want a house, I want food, I want clothes, I want a debit card, and I want health care? You think that's going to fly in any country I go to? Heck no. Why are we doing it here? Why are we doing it here? I called and talked to people, and I'm like, okay, so there has been like a huge purge of people from the welfare system in the Southeast alone. And so you start calling and talking. I worked in therapy and counseling for a long time. So you start calling all these supplemental programs that have the grant or scholarship beds for people that don't have insurance. Everybody that has insurance, like in a lot of the places that I would send people to get treatment as an officer, most of the people there are illegals with welfare that have been placed there for some kind of rehabilitation service due to drugs or behavior or something like that. And the people that are trying to get grant scholarships bed are citizens that don't have insurance, can't get insurance because all the insurance has been retracted and given to illegals. They're changing the welfare. If you look at how many times the welfare lines have changed in the last 2 years, you'd be surprised. And then you meet people that lawyers are taking up because they're trying to build a case against the federal government because all these people do qualify, but they're being booted anyway. And so these people have figured it out, and they're trying to get a huge lawsuit going, a federal lawsuit going. Our government's going to have to explain themselves someday. Why not sooner than later? No, I don't. I'm not skewing my opinion. I've worked in more of the rehabilitation side my whole life because I worked with the juvenile offenders in wilderness boot camps, and then I worked with adult felony offenders and sex offenders and interstate compacts. So I did with the entire nation, every state, everything. So you have to look at your entire country and the criminogenic stats for your entire country. Then you have to go to the other country, and you have to build their criminogenic stats for their country. Then you have to take the portion of their society that has moved and apply the same ratio, and then it comes into your country, and then you have to reconfigure the numbers, and that's how I get my numbers. And if you understand that they emptied 6 prisons and a bunch of mental health asylums, when the border opened, you will understand that we do not have the best of the best. Now, we do have some people here that are probably here for the right reasons, but did it the wrong way. I don't have anybody coming here illegally. I don't have a problem with anybody. But if you're not a citizen, you shouldn't receive taxpayer money. It's just go to any other nation, go to any other country and say, you keep up non-citizens, and they'll say, heck no. But people only look at what America's doing. They don't go and research. They don't look at other countries' laws. They don't, because they want to feel it's okay to be able to yell at people and have these beliefs. They want to feel it's okay. So that they choose to remain blind rather than understand the stats and legal issues that are occurring in our nation because of stupid decisions. So I don't know, because then they get a purge back. That's probably not a good idea. So let me see. Heather said something up here. Yeah, Heather, I know. See, I worked in that for a long time, so I've been studying it for a while, and I talked to a lot of my colleagues that are still working, and they're like, we've got hundreds of people being booted daily that are applicable, and thank God these people have now figured it out, and they're going and getting legal representation. But is it going to change anything? No. It's sad that our nation has decided one population is more important than another population. And hey, guess what? Citizens that are paying our bills, y'all don't matter. And it's just like, excuse me, you go to any other country, who's the most important person here? Our citizens. What is your job as a government? To protect our citizens. You go to America. Well, we don't really know what our job is, but I mean, what was one of our leaders was hopping on planes and stealing luggage to get designer gowns from unsuspecting victims? Excuse me. You can find one bag one bad egg anywhere, but when you see all the issues that this administration has had, you just kind of put the line together and go, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, we're following the idiots. And you just kind of have to go, is this going to play out? No, it's not going to play out. This is what they want. They want a transition in beliefs in America, and they want to basically obliterate any form of identity in America unless it's the identity that they say is socially acceptable. So here in probably a couple years, I won't be able to tell anybody I'm part Cherokee, because that will be unacceptable, because I look primarily white because I have an Irish father. So I have to go by what I look like. But I thought we were never supposed to judge a book by its cover. This is so contradictory. There is no laid out plan or map for the behavior, or like there's no long-term destination goal. They're just going by emotions, what feels good right now. And that's why nothing makes sense, and everything they do fails and falls and creates havoc. You don't run a country like this. You might run a really bad business like this, but you don't run a country like this. I mean, heck, 6 years of college, I know better. 6 years of master's in psychology here. Yeah, my body crapped out, and I'm now super disabled from a injury I had when a boy threw an axe at me and attacked me with an axe. But boy, the taxes I paid in, and it's sad when people go, well, you're not even working. Shut up. Excuse me. Do you know that for years of my life, all I worried about was if I was doing my job well enough to keep my community safe? Do you know that I've gotten up at 3 a.m. and drove 3 hours to do a warrant because at the 10 o'clock news, I was informed and called and told that one of my guys had held up a hospital at gunpoint, and I ran and did an immediate warrant to get him in custody so he could not leave if he was gotten, taken into custody, and violated his parole and shoot record time. And all I did was try to keep people safe, and the people that I had on parole, hey, let's find a better way to be. Let's find a more productive way to be. Let's find a better pathway for your life. And I've got some huge success stories, and I'm super proud of them. I mean, it takes a lot, because probation is parole. It's not set up to get successful and get away from. They want you to fail. And so it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work and a forceful change in your life to get away from it. And I'm super proud of those people that changed their lives and did that. And what can I tell them now? Because a lot of them will still contact me and go, what's going on? I thought that people in these positions of power, had learned, had studied, was aware, was taking care of the citizens, was, making decisions based on the entire population. And I have to look at him and go, oh, sorry. I told you it was the right thing to do, to follow all the laws and be a kind person and think about others. Yeah, the people in power here don't do any of that. Way to role model. And they're like, well, why should I follow the laws if no one else is following the laws? Well, there's about 9 million people here that are asking that very same question right now. And they're here, just a lot of them raising havoc. So, but you have to question yourself. If you're on one side or the other, you have to go to the other side and study. And I did. And I tried to make like a map of what they were thinking and where they were going. I couldn't. It was all based on what was flittering through their little emotional chest at the moment, And there's no plan. They're just winging it on emotions and feelings. That's And so you have to look at the other side in depth to understand it. Oh, I missed one. Ain't it? Ain't it? It is. What they just said. It's hard to be a normalized person here in this country. Ain't it though? Ain't it though? Because we've always, since we're so bland, we can be applied to any monstrosity. We can be made into any monster because we're so bland. We're so bland. I've been told by several people that I should not be able to talk about or own my native heritage because I don't represent enough here. I got the highest ass cheekbones you ever seen. I am Cherokee, but my dad's Irish. But I'm not supposed to say that because I don't look the part. Well, here's where we've got. We did a whole roll over the barrel while we were getting, and we got bent over the barrel to accept everybody. And then we started accepting everybody, and everybody went, wait, we don't want to accept you. And here we are. We got bent over the barrel and we tumbled. And now we're on the other side. And so anybody that's bland and can be, applied to any monstrosity, get prepared. You're going to be. I already am. You see the idiots that come on my chat and they're always saying, oh, she's this, she's that, she does this. They automatically dictate who I am in 2 seconds. And I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Because I sit down for hours and hours and I crunch numbers and I look at crime stats and I look at the populations that are being sent over here. I look at the empty prisons. You can do prison numbers in other countries. Did you know that? Do you know that it lowered substantially in South America? Hey, where do you think they are? And it's just like, you need to do research. You need to really dig deep. And I've dug deep on the other side, and all I end up with is feelings. Well, feelings aren't facts. Facts can't help other people. Feelings can't be applied, or feelings can help other people because feelings can't be applied to everyone. Feelings, that you have here, you pick and choose. Well, we can't pick and choose. Everything has to be applied to everyone. We all have to be able to play this game equally. And that's why we need facts. We need evidentiary, behavior, factual numbers. And so that's why I go and pull crime stats from other nations. And I'm just trying to show you numbers because numbers don't lie. Not when you're looking at something as bland as crime stats, ratios per capita to the population, criminogenic nature or not, and then you see that number in 2 years. Well, where did they go? Well, where do you think they went? And now you see our crime rates go, well, I wonder why. We just absorbed most of that crime wave. I mean, there are so many new cartels that are being created and so many new routes of selling drugs and getting, sex trafficking and other such things that are being created in this nation because now they have the population to do it. And I'm like, oh my God. And don't think that every American is clean on that one. No, because a lot of them are jumping in that little bandwagon too because it's quick money and it's a lot of power. It's a power trip. So we're just dirtying our hands and you get your hands dirty pretty much, it gets inside you. And it just eats away at you. And then you'll rot. And America's rotting. And the other governments of the other areas that are creating these conditions are sitting on their butts and laughing at us. That's the answer. They did all this knowing that we would get those populations. They would be free of them. We opened the border. We said, hey, let all the cows in. They sent us everyone that they didn't want. And they're sitting on their butts laughing at us right now because they would never dream of doing this to their nation. But America, who's supposed to be like so progressive and far ahead of everywhere, we're just stupid enough to open the door and say, "Yeah, we're gonna go to bed now. Just come on in." Smart, smart. We're in a very tough spot, and we've got such a malicious and malevolent media that people don't hear the truth. You know, you have to really dig to hear anything truthful and honest. You have to dig, and you have to go through other countries' news, and we have to see videos that aren't edited or, aren't augmented in any way. And it's a shame because a lot of other nations have more information than most American citizens because the news media over there is more honest, whereas everything that comes in is stifled and, edited before we get to consume it. And so that's why I do the VPN route and go the back door, and I rotate every few months so they can't figure out who I am. Tell you my secrets right now, and so that way they can't get a status on me because I rotate through them all, and I just run and read everybody's mail. I mean, literally every country I go and read every newspaper I can find, even the smallest community. The smallest communities normally show the biggest changes. So that's the first place to look because the smallest number will show the biggest change because they'll go, what? In a city of 1 million, a few hundred people, they'll go, eh. But in a city of, 1,600, they'll go, excuse me. So I look at small communities first, and then I go to the larger cities, the metro areas. But if you go to rural and smaller areas first, they will kind of give you the idea of what's going on and where you need to look. So go read other countries' news articles about us. You'll learn a whole lot more than you will if you're a citizen and you can read your own media here. So. Yeah, America's just got their head in the sand. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody but the people that's choosing to stay blind and ignorant knows what's going on. This is a cultural collapse, and it has been engineered and created so that you and I can enjoy it. Enjoy it. And they don't care what happens to us because they have all these safeties in place for them, but they don't care about us. We're just numbers. We're just the taxpayers. We're just the sheep they fleece every year. They don't care about us. They could slaughter half of us and still have plenty of money. Look where they put it. They put it on the stupidest things. They put it in women's studies in an area where women that show anything but their eyeballs are killed. So we want to educate women in this area. But if they show more than their eyeballs, they're going to be killed. But we're going to do a women's education and like leadership money there, but women can't be leaders and they can't show anything else but their eyeballs. That's like sending like, I don't know, a golden retriever to cat school or something. I mean, it's just stupid, It's just stupid. Yeah, Karen, I believe that too. At least 30 years ago. At least 30 years ago. I'm probably saying more than that, but yeah. See, Colin, that's what I'm saying. You got to be smart about this. You got to kind of go the back door route and see because your enemy will never lie. Not when they've got a good chuckle behind it. They'll tell the truth so they can have their chuckle. Go read all the chuckles they're having about America right now. Go look. You can find it. It's kind of sad if you sit and read it because you're like, crap. And you realize just how far down the rabbit hole we are here. And, it's kind of sad, but you have to know what's going on. If you have any inclination of trying to make it out of this foobarred nation, and somehow stand tall through all of this, you've got to know what's going on. I've wondered if that would work too, if we disconnect and stop. But honestly, I think that would make. I mean, we've already got a target on us just for being people that don't like emotionally gravitate toward anything that's social media approved. So people that aren't propelled by the social media machine, they're looked at as odd now. You're an odd person in society if you're not propelled by what social media is telling you to be propelled by. And we've already got a target on us. I think that would probably just be a bigger target on us and already create a conflict that they want to exist. And I've been thinking about that a lot, though. That's one of my thoughts. That's what I may have to do. I may have to start screenshotting stuff and I read it and uploading it. But the thing is they'll get taken down by YouTube because they're, well, let's just say that that works cited page would not be approved by their administration. So my channel would go bye-bye really quick then. But I mean, I keep telling y'all, go do this. Go be curious, go, and I'm just like, curiosity is something that I guess only goes one way in this society, and it's not a good one. Yeah, I know. You kind of feel like part of the monster when you kind of don't know how to battle it. You kind of feel like part of it. It's sad. I mean, it's sad because they have effectively created a no-win situation for every group in this nation. Think about it. It's a no-win situation for every group, every belief system, every ideologue. It's a no-win situation. Nobody wins because if America falls, the whole world will go. And oh, that's not true. Behaviorally, and probably in a social caste kind of way, yeah, I think the whole world will fall. But I think it's been living on, pipe dreams for a while. Yeah, I'm only on YouTube because I'm the last little dinghy following the big boats to kind of get you to, go look, be curious elsewhere. But I truly think my time here is limited because I try to twang it up when I'm on here because, the robots can't understand me. But, you still get people to come by and want to create problems. And, if YouTube can snap you, they will. And I honestly don't expect my channel to last long. That's why I've got earmarked channels on Odyssey and on Brighteon and on Rebel. I've already got a Hillbilly Heart channel earmarked, ready to go. And I think I've already got videos on Brighteon. So I'm ready to go in another aspect of something to happen. But me and Sabrina have talked, and she feels that this is where I'm supposed to be right now. This is where I'm the last man standing, trying to get people to the other shore so that they can be curious and have a different perspective, and hopefully, a 5-minute warning for whatever comes down the pipe. It's sad though. Smoke signals. It's sad where we are, but it's really, they've set us up in our nation where it's a no-win for every group. Try to think of any way that America stands for what America stands for with any group being the leader. They've created so many problems and hostile behaviors and emotional issues and social justice issues that honestly it's a no-win for every group. So thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Could have turned me, you could have told me that you were turning everybody against me before you burnt my fields. It would have been nice. 5-minute warning would have been nice. Who in the world are you? When I was 16, 17, who knew me when I was 16, 17? I don't know you. The county I grew up in, I guarantee I would have. But now I'm going to search your profile. I'm going to search your profile for the next 24 hours before you can respond again because I don't know who you are, but I'm going to figure it out. Thank you. I needed something to keep me busy. Oh, you're fine. Funny Wings. Well, I've been here a while. You'll have to go back and watch the whole thing. We started out with the Timuhua, and then got kind of waded into the water. So, but I am doing better. But I do see the specialist the 8th to set up the biopsy, and then we'll decide if, from the biopsy results, if I have to have everything removed or go through another treatment or anything like that. I'm just taking it a day at a time. And everybody's like, you're dealing with this so well. Because I am. I just kind of dealt with my health and gone on. And they're like, you're not having any like breakdown moments. So I'm like, well, I'm going to worry until they give me something to worry about. Like, seriously, like half of Americans have nodules on their thyroid. So it's, very probable that it's nothing. And then if it's something, they have a lot of successful ways to handle it. So I'm not going to worry until they give me something to worry about. So I'm not going to waste my time and energy on something that I don't need to. So we're just waiting for the biopsy, and I'm just living life. But it would have been nice if Oscar hadn't chased the skunk the other night. That would have been, could have done without that one. I was too tired to give him a bath, and I had taken my thyroid medicine. I was just tired. And I said, sorry, you're going to have to air out on the back porch. It's a screened in back porch. He was safe. But I was like, your first night out in 11 years, sorry. And I was like, I'm too tired tonight to give you the bath. And luckily, we had some of that skunk removal stuff here. And so he doesn't smell like a skunk anymore, but he doesn't smell like a dog. So I'm going to keep bathing him till he smells like a dog. Oh gosh, Priscilla, nobody uses their words wisely anymore. That's how bot farms came to be in Japan. Nasty words are money, money, money. That's right, Valerie. I am glad that my doctor researched it to know how far back it was going, and it has probably been something I've dealt with most of my life. So at least now I know, because I was worried. So I'm just doing life, and I can't travel very far because they do want me to stay close, but I'm just kind of doing life until I can get through the surgery. Hopefully I'll get a lot of my energy back after that, and I will be, I don't know, a little bit more ambitious, because I've not done anything in the last couple months, but honestly just try to exist. So that medicine was really difficult to, it took about a week and a half to jive with me, and I was just like not happy with it. But it's doing better now. I don't like it though. So well, I'm not going to put skunk on. I dealt with him enough through the winter when Dave was trapping, and now I'm like, gosh darn it, I've been at the farm for 3 months and I'm still having skunk problems. I mean, good grief, But, skunks are one of those things that if they see an opportunity and they sense a change in the area, they'll just take advantage. Well, I guess they've sensed that nobody's, I've not been here. And so they just kind of moved right into the area. And of course, Oscar was like, he thought it was a pud, a cat. And so he was just, because he loves to chase the kitty cats. He's not mean, but he loves to chase them. And that one sprayed him. And he came back to the porch like, wish I'd gotten a picture of him, because he was like, what the crap was that, man? And he was like, you smell that? And it took me like 10 minutes to get him around to the back porch. And I was like, you're sleeping on the back porch tonight, bud. And he was like, what just happened? I messaged my daughter and I said, your dog just got sprayed by a skunk. I said, he's spending his first night in 11 years on the back porch outside. And she goes, how is he? And I said, I think he's having a mild existential crisis. Because he was just like all night like this, like, I don't understand what just happened. Well, I'm glad I have. Y'all have for me too. It's been nice to catch up. But it's been the last 2 days. It's been fun kind of watching Oscar go. Should I chase that cat? I don't think I should. I don't think he'll chase anything anymore. Now, Ruby down at the farm, she gets into skunks all the time because she chases everything. And Dad's got a thing that he attaches and just sprays her with. And then rinses her and it's gone. And I'm like, okay, we're going to have to get some of that. The wash was okay, but we're going to have to get some of that. But I'm not used to my dog chasing a skunk because he's a pug zoo, okay? He's not a hound. But he lit right after that when I thought, well, I've got me a squirrel dog or something. But he come back like, I mean, you could tell he had been like, his life changed forever. He was like, oh my God, I didn't know they could do that. It was so funny. And I was like, yeah, it's distressing the first time. So yeah, my dog completely took a full skunk load the other day. It was just hilarious. It wasn't funny at the time, but now it is. But he had to wait till the next morning to get a bath because it just has to die down. It's just too much to deal with. So that's just, I'll never forget that. That was just hilarious. I will. I'll try to, and I'll update you as soon as I know what's going on. But right now, with the medicine that has chilled out my thyroid, I feel better. I'm getting some of my strength back. I've still lost a lot of muscle, so I'm weaker than normal. But I'm getting a lot of just energy to do a little bit more and just be busy a little bit more each day. So we had to order more needles for the sewing machine last week. So when I get done with my blood work tomorrow and get back down, I'm going to be working on sewing some bags and just kind of keep myself busy and do as much as I can. And just try to be productive and until I have to go in for surgery. Well, it does, but the skunk removal from Co-op works a lot better. Really? Okay, I'll look that up, Colin. Oh, thank you. I had to cut all the dead off because they said I had so much hair falling out of my head. They didn't want anything to get into the incision here that they're going to make. And so I went and told her to cut everything dead. Well, most of my hair was dead if you felt of it. And I said, just mullet me. And she gave me a mullet. And here in a few more weeks, when it grows a little bit more, it's going to be a little bit shaggier, a little bit more what I wanted. But I had so much dead, and I said, just cut it all out. So this is what I was left with. Sometimes I break out into Take On Me just because I have the hairdo. You should really listen to me. So, yeah, but I like it. I think when it grows out a little bit more, it'll be a little bit better. But I don't have any hair falling out of my head now, so I don't have to worry. And I can just pull this back and put it in a band when I have surgery, and nothing will be over here or next to this. Boy, my traps are high today. That was weird. But there won't be nothing getting over here when they do the incision of the biopsy. A fly. But I like it. It needs about an inch more growth on it, and I'll be okay. So I'm picky about my haircuts, but also I know my hair grows back, so I'm not worried about it. But all my hair was dead, and it was the thyroid that was doing it. So, we kind of come to the decision it was just best to cut it off and let it grow back. So, well, thank you. I'm gonna let it get a little bit longer though. I need my bangs to hit about right here before I feel comfortable in the world. Here I can take on a little bit, but down here I can take on the whole world. So I need my bangs back so I can take on the whole world. See, I'm getting real close. Real close. So you gotta have that swoop to be a butthole. Oh Lord. But I've had fun today. So if you've not seen like the variety on Temu, go back and rewind. You'll see it. I got shoes, pool stuff, house stuff, soap, something I don't even know what it is. If anybody else has got this like as a prize or something, please tell me what the crap this is. I'm gonna go look, and when I find out what it is, I'll do a community post because I don't have a freaking clue what this is. Not one. Don't know. If I can't find it, I'm gonna be going, hello Temu, what is this you sent to me? What the crap? Because it squirts air. Where does it go? Do I have it in backwards? I don't know. This is the mystery of the day. I'm not gonna say what it looks like. I went back to my livestock days right then. Let's not. Don't say that. But listen, it pumps air. What is it? What is it? Like I feel like it's something I'm not supposed to have. What is it? Anyway, I'll figure it out, and when I figure it out, I'll let you know. This is like the mystery of the Temu haul. Don't have a crapping idea what the crap it is. I don't know. Is it like a foaming? But if it was a foaming soap thing, wouldn't it have a spout instead of that? Barely any air comes out. I don't know. I think I ordered a soap dispenser, but this does not look like a soap dispenser. Does it? I mean, like it's straight up. I don't. I'll have to. I'll review. Anyway, whoever sees it, don't buy it because it's freaking weird. It looks like you're, I don't know, creating something in a laboratory. Get out of my laboratory. That's a funny if you know what I'm saying. So I don't know what that is. Don't know what it is. I'm gonna figure out what it is. But it's like, what did they mail me, and what the crap did I order at 2 a.m., which is probably when I ordered this. I think I ordered a soap dispenser, but this does not look like the soap dispenser I ordered. So I mean, look at that. So I don't know. No idea. No idea. And I'm not lactating, so I have no idea what this is. I'll figure it out. But I got a lot of pull stuff shoes. I'll let you know how the shoes wear. They're adorable. Flag holder, a fan, solar panels for the fan because it's a solar USB thing. It can be solar powered. Got a whole bunch of stuff. So go back and look. Got a whole bunch of flowers, craft stuff. And this was like 2 weeks of mail that was waiting on me. I thought, well, since I'm stuck here with Oscar, because I can't go back into Dad's house till he doesn't smell like a skunk. So I'm stuck here with Oscar for a couple days. We'll just go through the mail, which was quite a bit, and put it where it needs to be before we travel back down the hill. That way I can take the craft straight to the basement and everything else, put it where it needs to go. So I'll get sorted out here in the next few minutes and get packed and ready. But keep me in your thoughts, prayers, because I am going through a lot of health crap right now. But honestly, that's been the last 20 years of my life. Ever since that boy chased me and beat me with that axe. I mean, if he had not thrown the axe at me, would my life be different? I ask myself that every day. I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know if it was the trauma from the axe that created the disorder or if it was something genetic. We don't know. So I don't know which way my life would have gone. But all I know is for 20 years, I've dealt with health crap. And I'm tired of it. And as I had lost like 90 pounds and I was doing so good, and I thought, here comes a break. Wrong. So, you know, just something else to deal with, but I've dealt with everything else, so we'll just take it in stride and go on. I'll tell her hi. And we'll be back down there, and we'll, as soon as I get down there and get rested, we'll try to do a video. Dad is in the hay bush hogging and doing a lot of stuff right now. He stays busy. I don't know how he does what he does. Mom is constantly sewing, and she's, you know, doing a lot of physical therapy for her hip and her leg right now. So we're just, you know, we're all kind of on our own little paths. But I'm never alone there. So if something happens, I can always scream for help. So I do like that. So, but you know, my dog smells like a skunk, so I'm stuck here. But he smells better. Now he doesn't really stink. He just doesn't smell like a dog. So I may give him a regular bath later and see if that helps. But don't let your dogs chase skunks. I never thought a pug would take out after a skunk, but I guess they will. Mary, I'll check everything. You're not showing as blocked or anything on my side, Mary. It may have been a tap from the mods trying to catch the nasty stuff. Sometimes that happens. But if you have any problems, Mary, let me know. And I will be posting a community post every so often so you can check in. Even if I'm not able to do a video, I'll try to drop a community post to keep in touch. And when I feel like it, we'll do a video. So I got a lot of blood work and stuff tomorrow. So let me get through that and get situated back and rested. And then I'll pop out and I'll try to get Mom or Dad in on the next video so you guys can see them. Probably Mom. Mom's still like a lot more. Dad is all over the farm all day long. And I'm with Mom more than I am Dad. So I'll try to get Mom in there. But I'll check in. Y'all know. I feel it feels weird to be up here. I've not been up here in so long, but had a lot of mail, so here we are. Colin, it's good to see you on here, and I've got your willow. So we're in the process, and oh no, it's giving me some focus, so thank you. It's giving me some focus. I appreciate that. So I've got something to work on and do, and that's been nice. And just, you know, getting out and harvesting willow is enjoyable. So something to do has been nice. So I appreciate that. So I am still doing a lot of crafting on my good days and stuff, but oh no. I try to only make things when I'm really having a good day so that I don't, I want to put good energy into stuff. So I've not crafted a whole lot. I've done a lot of cleaning up, isolating, clearing my workspace, and getting stuff to where I can grab and do and craft quicker. So maybe some pretty things will come out in the next couple weeks. And if they do, I'll share them. But I am still busy. I'm still keeping myself busy as much as I can. But when I need to nap, I nap. So, but I appreciate you hanging out with me. And I'll be back in a couple of days, hopefully. And we'll do another one. We'll be down back on the farm by the end because Oscar should not smell like a skunk by then. So I should see you Wednesday or Thursday at the latest. And we'll do this again. Probably not a Temu haul. I hope nothing else comes in before I leave. I don't think it will. Lord, I have slowed down really a lot on Temu. But we'll do something on the farm. Maybe I'll try to take you for a ride or show you the garden or something. The gardens look pretty cute. The little garden's really cute. Maybe I'll take you to the little garden. We'll do something. I'll show you something. I'll get Mom or Dad in on it. And Dad likes to take little videos to share with you now. So the bush hogging video was Dad. So he's providing content now. So I hope he's like that. But I am super thankful I have my parents. So I'm super lucky to be able to have a place to go and to have the help I've had for this sickness. So super appreciative of them. So y'all take care. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to take my trash and put it out. And we'll be back in a couple of days. Oh, and the Chillwell air conditioner, I ordered one of those because I never know where I'm going to be, but I know I normally need an air conditioner. I bought one. I've got it in. It looks nice. It came already charged, but you have to put stuff in it. I'm going to use it for a while, and I'm going to tell you if they're worth the money. And if they're not, I'll tell you. But give me a couple of days to test it out and to get used to it. But I just put it together earlier. Seems really simple and easy. But I want to know if it's worth the money I paid. And probably in a few weeks, I'll order a Temu air conditioner, one of those little ones, and do a trial between them. Because I'm curious if the Chillwell is easily replicated by somebody at Temu. I'm curious. So we're going to figure that out. But until then, I'm going to be dealing with healthcare and stuff. So I'll see you in a few days. Y'all take care of yourself. Be nice. And if you say something nasty, have the facts, behind it to explain it. But go watch Nick Shirley and see what's going on in your nation. And I'm sorry in advance. I'll see you later, guys. Be good people. At least try to.